where 2 people have been arrested after a burglary investigation. The Chenango County Sheriff's Office says Logan Tribe Philhart and Cameron MC Curley stole several thousands of dollars worth of property from a Smithville resident over several incidents. Tribe Philhart was allegedly seen with the stolen property, while more of the items in question were allegedly at Curley's residence. Both are charged with multiple counts of burglary, grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, among other charges. They were released with separate court dates at the Town of Smithville.